Okay, guys, we have some big news to go over. This is a character who just came out in JP, and as you can see, she's an event reward unit. She's an event reward unit. You do not pull for her, so she is technically a free unit. She's not going to just fall into your lap though, and she is ridiculously overpowered in my opinion. The event she comes from is from the new event that just came out in JP, the new boss rush mode. And it has a new mechanic in it, and it's fairly simple, fairly easy to do. And the rewards for the boss rush mode are these boss rush event tickets, and there's a banner that you use these tickets on. I believe you get like 60 of them, maybe. I don't even know how many tickets you get. You get a fair amount of tickets, and it's like a recurring event, and she's the 5-star character on that banner. You can't pull on this banner with lapis or anything. It's not a pay to win. There's no way to get extra pulls. You just do the event, get your tickets, pull, you can get access to her and gain access to her. That's where she comes from. That's why it's a pretty big deal, because this character is egregiously overpowered in my opinion. She is very, very strong. All right, so let's get into it. You're gonna look at her TMR and her super TMR too. They're all insane. Her name is ZENAIDA. I want to say ZENAIDA. I just want to call her Zendaida. She kind of looks like her too. I mean, maybe just a little bit. But let's get into her TMR. Here's a materia 60% attack, and then gives you physical killers to beasts, humans, dragons, and stone monsters by 25%. That is an insane TMR. And the super TMR it even gets even more insane. It's an accessory that gives 65 flat attack and 100% true dual wield. So this TMR and super TMR are already insane. They're already insane. Crazy, super cool thing. And for those of you guys out there playing JP right now, if you do get your hands on Zendaida, Zendaida is just easier for me to say it, but it's ZENAIDA. I do believe there is also currently the trade-in 10 UOCs for an all prism, and if you are allowed to use that all prism on her, I would tell you guys to go out there and get access to this character. Now, she does have one downside. It's her weapon selection is pretty bad, but even that can't hold her back. So she has access to spears, maces, as well as fist weapons. So that's all she has access to. So she's got really, really weak weapon selection. Armor selection though, pretty good though. Hats, helms, clothing, light armor, heavy armor, and robes. So pretty much all the armor selection you want. The weapon selection though is really weak, but it literally doesn't matter for her there. So let's get into her kit here. Her first skill here looks pretty boring, pretty bland, but it's actually a skill that you can use, and you might end up using it a lot depending on what you want to do with this character. So it's a 5.6 times multiplier. It says 0 hit skill here, so maybe it's a 1-hit skill, who knows, but it increases your limit burst gauge by 6. Okay, so keep this skill in mind in the back of your head. Her following skill, she's like a healing skill over time. Nothing really matters there. She does have AT chaining skill. In her AT chaining skill, she has a fire imbue, an earth imbue, a lightning imbue, and a dark imbue for her AT chaining skills for her imbue. So she's got 4 different elements that she can play with. On top of that, she has different buffs that she can get herself. A 200% attack buff for 10 turns that comes with 75% beast killer and unlocks another skill. She has a 200% spirit buff for 10 turns with 75% stone killer that unlocks a skill we'll talk about for 2 turns. She has a 200% defense buff for 10 turns to herself with 75% dragon killer attached to it that also unlocks a skill. She also comes with triple cast unlocked, and she even actually on turn 1 in other turns get something that's a lot better than triple cast. All right, no, it's not quadricast. All right, so that's going to be her 6-star stuff there. Now her 7-star stuff, 11 turn cooldown available on turn 1. She gets big multiplier buffs for her different skills. You can see all of her skills we went over and some of her unlocked skills here, getting either 5.0 mod buff or 7.0 mod or 7.5, excuse me, mod buff for 10 turns. 1000 MP per over 10 turns, so 100 MP per turn for 10 turns to the caster there. And yes, she gets pentacast unlocked for 2 turns with this cooldown skill right there. Now she also has another 11 turn cooldown skill. This one's not available turn 5, but it's a fire, lightning, earth, and dark 120% imperil for 3 turns to an enemy, 300% attack buff for 3 turns to yourself, and a 150% beast, human, dragon, and stone killer buff for 3 turns to herself as well. It also gives a 10 times multiplier increase buff to a skill. And also this skill itself is an AT chaining skill that is 21 times multiplier. Now, this sounds all pretty cool, pretty great. But it's not why she's so powerful. On top of all that, her passives are ridiculous too. So let's go in here. Passives: 20% attack, 20% attack with a fist, 40% attack and HP, defense and spirit 20%, attack and HP 50, attack and MP 30, attack and spirit 40, defense and spirit 40. So she's got attack passives off the chart. She's got spirit passives off the chart. She's got some defense passives, HP passives everywhere. 20% additional HP on top of that. She has 150% base true dual wield. She has 125% killers for beasts, humans, dragons, and stone-based monsters. Very, very strong. She's immune to sleep and confusion. She's got a little bit of a fire, lightning, earth, and dark resistance. She does have a base dual wield, but she's also a 6x multiplier cap true dual wield character. Keep that in mind. And then we also have 50% LB damage and then another 50% LB damage. So 100% limit burst damage base. She also has 100% high tide, 7% MP refresh, and then at the start of the battle or when she's revived, she will cast 2 skills, and pretty strong. One of them isn't that big of a deal, but one of them is going to give you the big old pentacast at the start of the battle. So you're going to start with pentacast unlocked, so you have all of your setup right away ready to go, and then you can unlock pentacast again while you use your setup skills. On top of that, the 4 different skills that are unlocked for her based on which of the imbues that you're using, the fire imbue, the earth imbue, the lightning imbue, or the dark imbue, come with their own associated unlock skill to imperil for them as well. So you have the fire version is 120% fire imperil, 7.2 times mod, 74% defense break. The Earth Imperil is 120% with a 74% magic break. The Lightning Imperil is 120% lightning imperil with a 74% attack break. The Dark Imperil 120% with a 74% spirit break. The multipliers are all pretty low, but remember, she does have all those big multiplier increasers. But that's not even that's not her most broken thing. Remember, 6x multiplier cap, true dual wield, 150% base dual wield, has 100% limit burst damage, and we'll go down to her limit burst here. At max level 30 here, limit burst costs a paltry 30 limit burst gauge crystals. It's a 9-hit skill, so you're gonna have to chain weave it in there. It is a 60x multiplier with ignore 50% defense to all enemies. On top of that, it unlocks all of those skills we just talked about, and it unlocks pentacast for you. This is insane. If you thought CG Cloud was a good character, which he is a very good character, this character here has a limit burst that's twice the multiplier of CG Cloud's. His is it's higher than twice. His is 56 times, I think, 56, 58, somewhere around there. Hers is 120. On top of that, CG Cloud doesn't have the 6x chain mod cap. She does. So she does an extra 50% additional damage when chain finishing with this limit burst. Very, 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 very insane. She's just an insane character. That's what you're using her for right there. And that's why I said the first skill that she used, right here, the first skill that she uses, this one right here, 6 limit burst gauge crystals per turn. You combine that with pentacast. If this is all you want to do is do damage, bigger burst damage every other turn, you can do that. You limit burst, you get pentacast, you cast this 6 times 5, 30 limit burst gauge crystals. That is the exact cost of her limit burst. Then you just limit burst again, and then next turn, fill your limit burst up, limit burst again, fill your limit burst up, limit burst again. So you can use her sort of like a CG Noctis / Regina type character as well. She obviously gets even better with support, but she also has 4 different imbues for herself, 4 different imperils for herself. She's a nutty character. And when I was building her on the builder, her 2 best weapons actually were just random spears. So there was the Longinus spear, and then there was, I think it's Kamari's Super TMR, who is a free character that we gain access to for the Final Fantasy X event. So if this is something that you're looking forward to in the long future, we might not ever get this character in global because it's an event character. We don't know. You know, we didn't get the tower event, but I'm assuming we'll probably get the boss rush thing if it works out pretty well. We didn't get the tower event because I think it was super buggy and it took them forever to get that squared away. But this character is banana nutter butters sandwich extreme power tier creep, ridiculously strong. Now she is really hard to get and really rare to get. You have to pull her with event tickets, and from what I've read and seen, the boss rush thing is going to be a recurring event, right? Every time there's a boss rush thing, she's going to be on the banner or whatever. So you have another attempt at getting her. But that's the only way to get her. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how people feel about that, because she is so strong. She's just that strong of a character that people who have access to her just off of literally sheer luck, right? If you and I both beat the event, we both get the same amount of tickets for rewards. I use my tickets, you use your tickets. I don't get her, you get her, and then you get her Prism, and then you get her Super Team or the Super Team or Moogle, and I don't have a copy of that at all. And you just go in there and slam jam. I want to be like Mike, get in there real hard with this character because she is nutty. She is insane, insanely strong. So very strong character. I'm looking forward to this. I'm surprised there's not more buzz around her, honestly. I haven't really, I've read a bunch about like how great her TMR and Super Team are. The character herself is also just insane. Like this limit burst is stupid. 120 times mod, 6 times mod chain cap. She has base 100% limit burst damage. She can't wear swords or great swords or anything, so she can't wear like limit burst damage swords or anything of that nature. And I don't think there's any good, like really good ways to give her equipped sword. I haven't messed around with that, but she's just an insane chain cap character. She's just nutter butter strong. So this is a Zenaida, Zendaya, whatever you guys want to call it. Let me know how you feel about her down below. Let me know how you feel about the ability for it to be, it's pretty much a complete RNG on whether or not you can get her. She's a free to play, free to get character. You literally cannot spend money to get this character, period. But it is complete and total RNG as to whether or not you will get her, and she's just that good. It's gonna be interesting to see how strong other characters that are going to be released as, banner units, right? Banner units you can spend lapis and stuff on in JP, see how they measure up to her. If they intended for her to be that strong because she is so rare for a long time, it's going to be pretty interesting because that is a very powerful reward. The character is incredibly powerful, the TMR is incredibly powerful, and the Super TMR is incredibly powerful, which I guess really entices you to go in there and do that content, which is sort of a cool thing. I like that a lot. And I think they up the power of her TMR, Super TMR, and her as well because she's not guaranteed to get. So it'd be pretty interesting to see if that's also going to be something that they're continuing to do for other sort of events over there in JP. Really powerful rewards that you're not guaranteed to get. Maybe if they keep doing that a bunch, maybe you get some of them, maybe you don't get some of them, and it's going to be interesting to see the feedback that they receive over instituting some sort of reward structure like that. So let me know how you guys feel about that down below. Let me know how you feel about this character in particular. She is insanely good. She is so strong. And then thank you guys so much for the support. Those of you out there on Patreon, becoming YouTube channel members, you guys have no idea how much that helps. The likes and comments help as well. It's crazy. It's all nuts. And thank you guys so much for the support. You guys are too kind, and I owe everything to you guys. And I'm looking forward to growing and doing other stuff with you. FF7 Remake, Resident Evil 3, all that cool stuff on Twitch. So if you've never hung out on Twitch before, there's people popping in all the time. I've never been here before. This is awesome. It's a cool time. You should come check it out. And until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one.